Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Bald, the RWT podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me, as always, are my boys, the dead man of RWT, Mr. Paul Morales, and the podcast general himself, Mr. Daniel Crimmins. Y'all, Bald. Besides that, we did have some stuff that we are going to discuss today. We're going to discuss a great AAA card. We're going to discuss Clash in Italy and what that was, a glorified house show in its own right. And we'll discuss Raw. And the one thing that was really good on the show while the others was just kind of there. So with that being said, it was a very eventful week in the world of professional wrestling, as it always is. But I figured we'd start with this as we have this upon the screen here. Now, we didn't touch upon this last time because this news came out after we recorded our last show. So in news, and a new ruling in the WWE merger lawsuit, Vice Chancellor J. Travis Laster found that Vince McMahon and Nick Khan destroyed evidence. As a consequence, the court will treat 5 damaging facts as presumptively true when the case goes to trial next month. Vince, Khan, and as well as 3 others, Paul Levesque, Stephanie McMahon, and Brad Blum, all used Signal's auto-delete function, which wiped out messages they had a legal duty to preserve. The ruling is a significant setback for the defendants, who are Vince, Khan, Levesque, George Barrios, and Michelle Wilson. The case will now be harder, specifically for McMahon and Khan, to prevail against the shareholder plaintiff's allegations. And this is from Brandon Thurston and Post Wrestling. Now we have this news today from Fightful, which we will get into in a second. But first and foremost, guys, your thoughts on what we just saw here. Nick Khan, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Barrios, Wilson, the whole 9. And Dan, I'll start with you. Everything that goes into this lawsuit.
Gee, I wonder where they got that idea from.
Yeah, well, you know, birds of a feather flock
I'm
together.
sorry, but if not guilty, why do guilty things?
This is very true.
If you've got nothing to hide, why are you using an app that deletes things?
This is very true. I wonder, like you said, I wonder who they learned it from. And I mean, again, with this regime, with the TKO and all these corporations, doesn't shock me, no, not in the slightest. But yeah, there's a lot of crapola going down. Something's fishy going on. The fuckery is on alert here, ladies and gentlemen. We can just sniff out the fuckery, if you will. So
at this point, the Matrix is blended. Like, this feels like a badly written episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Well, worse than usual. Like,
now with the Matrix, would this be Matrix Reloaded or Matrix Revolutions?
I don't even know if it's Reloaded.
The anime.
Oh, wow. Okay, the anime. This man said the anime. Okay, fair enough. Paul, your thoughts on Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, Triple H, George Barrios, and all these amazing, but yet bleh people. Just more bleh people.
I don't even know. I wouldn't call them amazing, but hey.
Amazingly bad.
Amazingly bad. Yeah, I guess we can go with that, with those words, those choice words. But it's on today's episode of doing something stupid and getting caught with it.
Yep.
And you can't get any more dumber than this. But the fact is where did they learn it from? Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody that, you know, they're friends with little hands and who's orange.
Yep.
It doesn't.
And who has Fox News hosts working for him.
And Raccoon.
But I can go with what Dan said. If you didn't have anything to hide, why the hell did you delete everything? It didn't make any sense. So now you're in this type of fuckery where now you have to present this to people, your shareholders. And obviously they can't. And they won't. Why? Because they know they fucked up.
It was here when they knew they fucked up at this moment.
They know that they were doing illegal things. So you got two wrongs here. And they're honestly, if anybody gets in trouble for this, if they're gonna throw anybody under the bus, it's gonna be Triple H.
Unfortunately, yeah, it'll be Triple H. You know it. And as we found out from Fightful, and this is the latest update,
that is All Elite.
Oh god. In January, a class action lawsuit was filed against WWE alleging deceptive marketing practices regarding access to PLEs on ESPN Unlimited. There was an update today. The latest filing from the plaintiffs asked that discovery not be stayed, as they argue WWE can't be trusted to preserve evidence, pointing to a recent ruling against Nick Khan for destroying evidence. So that is the latest update today.
God, you really can't make this up, but when the controversies just hit, it's like, wow. And I'll go back to something Dan said. Another thing that Dan said is like, it's a bad episode of Raw.
Yeah.
But it's the bad episode of Raw from like 90, I'd say 93, 94.
95.
95, you know, when it was really, really awful.
When Mabel versus Diesel was her SummerSlam main event.
God, yeah.
Exactly.
You really can't.
Rest in peace, Mabel.
Rest in peace. But yeah, you can't make this up. Like, honestly, with everything going on, and we all saw this, I'm just like, of course they did. Of course they did. Because this is where it's at right now. And I will say this, and we say this about corporations and organizations, and my dad said this with how professional wrestling is right now. Thank God that TKO was not overseeing or having some input with AAA and NXT, because Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker are absolutely killing it right now. From what we saw, I think, and I can't believe I'm going to quote him on this, but JD from New York kind of said it best with what Triple H is doing right here, right now, like a Jesus Jones Jack back in the 90s. It's kind of like AAA and NXT are outdoing like when we used to watch NXT ran by Triple H and Dusty Rhodes and all these guys, and then they would have to compete with the main roster. It's kind of like a role reversal where you have Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker delivering, and now Triple H has to follow that.
We could tell that AI is running everything.
Yes.
We could tell that nobody has anything creative going on. Now, something that kind of popped in my head earlier today, and I was just happened to blurt it out to my wife before she went to work this morning, and this is what's true.
Hi, Paul's wife.
Hi, Paul's wife.
What is very, very true is that you see exactly how these stories are being presented to us,
yes,
as fans, and just as the audience. I don't want to say it because I'm not really a fan of everything that they're doing right now, and I don't think any of us are fans of anything that they're doing. It's just, we know that you can take old stories and kind of give them a more modern day twist and give them more something that didn't happen then that you could have just as easily flipped. You know, we could take a unique story that happened in wrestling and say, hey, guess what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we turn it into something different that could, maybe Vince had an idea in his head. Maybe Triple H said, no, let's do it this way. But they ran with Vince's idea. Well, let's try that one again, but this time go with Triple H's idea or go with somebody else's idea. Just using it as an example. You could tell all this, like they have nothing creative. Like we can go back to the Unreal episode with
Road Dogg,
Triple H, and Bruce Pritchard, and they're just kind of like, well, we could do this and we could do that, and they're just like, well, so what? Who's going to go after the Women's United States title next? Well, I don't know.
No.
Well, we need an idea as to what we're going to do next, and I think that was about the same time that Chelsea got injured.
Yes, it was.
So, pulling back the curtain, we could just see exactly how not creative the creative team is.
And I got to go on Paul's point because he was very angry about this in the chat. And I figured we kind of start with this on one of the points. Paul did ask, why is Liv Morgan in the Queen of the Ring tournament when she is
Well,
the
technically, that was Dan that asked that, but
My bad.
but I do believe it is something worth discussing.
My bad. Well, Dan mentioned it, then you followed up with it. My bad, Dan.
Try to steal my ideas.
My bad.
Hey, I gave you credit.
I acknowledge you, Paul.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm acknowledging you. I'm sorry. I'm acknowledging. I feel like B-Rad and Malibu's Most Wanted. I'm sorry. So,
My
Liv Morgan,
bad.
my bad. Liv Morgan is in the Queen of the Ring tournament when she is the champion because she wants everything and anything. And I swear to God, if they have Liv Morgan win this and challenge Rhea and we get Rhea and Liv at SummerSlam, I'm going to be pissed. And I don't mind the match because it's great matches, but we've already done this. I don't want a title for title. I don't want to have any type of that situation. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, somehow it seems like they're going towards the dissension of
The Judgment Day.
Of the Judgment Day, and you could already see on Roxanne's face, you could already see on Raquel's face, like something is wrong, something is up.
I
So
think
an idea.
Go ahead.
It just kind of so it came. So imagine we get that match at SummerSlam, but it's not for both titles. It's just for Rhea's title.
Okay.
And let's say Money in the Bank. Well, let's just say Raquel wins women's Money in the Bank, and she cashes in on Liv Morgan.
I like that. While she's facing Rhea, okay. My thing too is, I mean, even to go on to your point, I mean, tonight we did see, and don't get me wrong, Roxanne, Lash Legend, Julia, and Io did their thing, but I mean, poor Julia taking the pin in the match after the moonsault while they're in Italy. Like, they had her lose to Io. I mean, it's great to see Io advance and whatnot, but it's like you couldn't give Julia anything. Like, we're in Italy. We're in Italy. Like, hey. But okay. Sure.
That was the most disrespectful fucking thing to happen.
And she promoted this shit.
What I was waiting for was that moment, but with Io and Julia.
Right.
And it never fucking happened. I watched that thing back and forth. And I even watched it with a VPN just to see what happened during the commercial. And they still didn't do anything with them.
Nope.
That is so fucking disrespectful. I'm sorry. Julia deserves so much better than that. And she should not be in WWE.
Well, with how she's being booked now, I mean, they're starting to set up the dissension with her and Kiana James, but Kiana kind of looks better coming out of it because they see more of the star in Kiana than they do Julia. Like I said, her main roster run thus far has been a dud. Like, even winning the U.S. title, nothing. Twice, even.
They rushed her to the main roster.
Yep.
And it didn't really work with Stephanie Vaquer either. She had her thing going. They were both doing well in NXT. But for about the first year, Stephanie Vaquer, she floundered.
I mean, they gave her the title. Her title defenses were mostly against like Raquel and Liv Morgan and whatnot and all this stuff before she lost to Liv. But like you mentioned, like her title defenses were here and there. Nikki Bella, dare I even go back to that one? But yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what it is that they had to call these girls up so quick. We could have had so much more.
But remember, she wasn't supposed to be in the picture. That was supposed to be Naomi.
Yes, it was.
And then Big Jim goes off and gets her pregnant. See, look at now we could go back to blame Big Jim. Yep. Damn it, he's got them balls of steel. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
He just out there doing his thing, and you know what? I'm happy for them. Don't get me wrong. Wrong person to give the title to, because you had somebody else in that process, and you could have just as easily given it to Raquel. But the reason being you should have given it to Raquel is because she was already in that place to where she could have just as easily been that dominant person in the Judgment Day.
Well, notice they also didn't go back to the fact that Liv eliminated her in the Rumble. Like, that was just like, we mention it, and then we never mention it again.
Yeah, she's
I don't
just
know.
like Liv's just like, oh yeah,
It happens. It happens.
And then it's like, oh yeah, that never happened.
And I mean, we still got Johnny Gargano being in a comatose for like over almost, it feels like a year now, but yeah, we still got that going on with him talking to Sami Zayn. And I swear, if Johnny wakes up and just goes after Sami Zayn and mollywops him, I will laugh.
What is making this so much worse is that they're forming tag teams with guys who aren't in tag teams.
Yes.
Look at Ethan Page and Rusev.
Rusev makes no sense.
Makes no sense. You got Rey Mysterio and freaking Dragon Lee.
I mean,
you have no tag teams.
Yep.
But the tag teams that you do have, you're not. Yeah, but the tag teams that they do have, they're not fucking using them.
War Raiders are the AAA tag
War Raiders are now the AAA tag team champions. And what? You have the Creed brothers, who were obviously gone for somewhere, and I have no idea where the hell they went to.
Where did they go, those guys? Those poor guys. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
What happened to those guys? Oh my god, we have no idea.
Catering.
Yeah.
You have catering. You have Los Garza, who's doing.
Hold on. I got something in my. Yeah. Yeah, they're in catering. Yeah.
You also got Los Garza not doing anything. You have tag teams that can be doing. You got Fraxium, who Nathan Fraser was on NXT in the Speed Tournament, losing to Romeo Moreno and everything like that stuff. Like that happens, but nothing. Like they got nothing for nobody. That's it.
Like you can bring up Hank and Tank from fucking NXT, and at least that's one team. You could bring up half a fucking Dark State. Guess what? That's another tag team that you can have. You fired every single one of them. You fired 2 tag teams in one fucking group.
Yep. I mean, you have the Miz and Kit, who are just together because Danhausen cursed them. That's literally why they're a tag team.
Well, technically they're together because Kip Wilson's freaking other partner
that too
got injured. So
just I will say the idea of a Miz and Kit Wilson team,
yeah,
I actually think it kind of works.
They are entertaining. I will give them that.
I hate how well it works.
I don't know, man. It just is so. Is this going to be like his thing every time now? Like, friggin' he just gets out of here. Like, oh my goodness gracious. But anyway, as
he was talking, and all of a sudden, look, he went on a rant, and then he leaves.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's the new Stone Cold Steve Austin of this podcast. Arrive, raise hell, leave. Jesus.
And leave.
What?
That's it. That's where Dan is at. You know what? He just comes in, raises hell, and says,
that's it. I'm out. Deuces.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Welcome back, Dan.
He comes over here and goes like this, and then he's gone.
Goddamn government is keeping me down.
Yeah, we'll blame the government for keeping you down. That's what we'll blame.
But yeah, no, I agree. I do think that they absolutely do work as a tag team, even though they're kind of just there. Like, we need more tag teams. We need something, because we got Damian Priest and R-Truth as the tag champs, who weren't really a tag team. I know the Judgment Day history, but they're not really a tag team. You got the MFTs. You got people, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, it's just very much a whatever thing.
We're probably going to get we're probably getting Enzo and Big Cass.
I heard Enzo, the rumor is he's going to NXT.
I don't know. That's another show that whose tag division needs a whole lot of fucking work.
I mean, we got Hank.
But he's patching it together as best as possible. And it's not like he doesn't have tag teams in NXT.
No.
I can tell you what is the most frustrating part, and you could tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The tag team division just needs one tag team title.
Yes.
Because at the rate they've gone, they've eliminated all their teams, and the ones that they do have, they're not using them.
Yeah,
you said Los Garzas, which is another one. You have the LWO, which they're not using. Well, again, teams that can go to AAA and, work down there, because obviously you're not using them on the main roster.
Undertaker's like, I'll take him.
Yeah. And again, the people
that
that
doesn't work for me, brother.
But the people that were let go, those are the ones that should have stayed on the main roster. Send Los Garzas to AAA. Send LWO to AAA. Because again, guys speak the language, obviously, Latinos.
Yep.
Send them over there, let them work. Undertaker will gladly be like, I will take them.
Yep.
And not have and use them.
I mean, Bailey's over there doing her thing. We're going to see her on AAA next week.
That's a whole lot of Bailey.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we did have the promo tonight with Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and then Lyra going after Soul, like, I want my IC title back, and then Bailey's looking all pissed. I swear to God, if we go back to Psycho Bailey to do this whole thing with her and Lyra again, I'm going to be a little pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Your option kind of sucks.
Do we want Bailey to win the Queen of the Ring? Because again, she's never been in it.
No, I would love to see her win the Queen of the Ring. Well, Lyra is the one who came in right behind the runner-up with Nia. That was the fight.
Yeah, that's when Nia squished her like a fucking bug.
Yeah, I don't want it to be Lyra. I don't want it to be.
It should have been me.
I would love to see Chelsea Green just for the fun of it. Oh my God, Chelsea Green and everything with Tiffany Stratton. Just please, can we get her as the Queen of the Ring, please?
So, I was thinking about what. Remember the whole Royal Rumble idea with her, where 28 and 29 would eliminate themselves,
and she comes
number 30, and it's her.
Yeah.
So picture it's the women's Queen of the Ring. And it's the semifinals. She wins her match.
Yes.
And then the other two end up getting double disqualified.
Oh my goodness.
But see, here's the thing. People think that doesn't work.
For
her, it kind of does.
Well, for her character and how she's presented, it absolutely works, dude.
Oh yeah. You see her off screen, whether it's interviews, podcasts, whatever, and she always comes across as like the sweetest, nicest person in the world.
She's just happy to be there and to collect the paycheck.
And I'll tell you, some of the best heels in wrestling
are
really the nicest people off camera.
Agreed.
Can I say this is a horrible bracket? This is a horrible way to do the King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
How you have a 4-on-4, a fatal 4-way.
So let me ask you this: since Io won tonight, she's going to face the winner of Bailey, Raquel, JC Jane, and Kiana James. Who you guys see winning that one to face Io? I'm going Bailey.
Somebody.
I'm going to say Io's going to win the whole thing.
All right. And for the other bracket, it's Sol Ruca, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte, and Jade Cargill. Who do you think's winning that one?
Well, I think Jade and Charlotte will eliminate each other.
Yeah, so
that kind of puts that one. So it's either, and I don't think it's going to be Sol.
I think it'll be Lyra.
And I think it'll be Lyra. But I think I'm trying to figure out who's going to take the pin. No, I think no. Hold on. I think Sol's going to advance. I really, really do. I think Sol's going to advance because if you look at the other, who's on the other bracket, the last one.
Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green.
Michael?
Chelsea Green!
So Chelsea Green versus Sol Ruca. I would like that one.
Same, but God, if I'm being completely honest, because of how predictable this is, I can see it being Sol and Becky in here, and Becky gets her in the semifinals, and then Io's going to face, oh God, I don't know. I think it's going to probably come down to Becky and Io, and I don't want that. That's one of the things that I could see there. I hope it's not. Kiana James would be a nice surprise. I think it's too soon for JC. Or JC could win it, and we could get JC and Rhea at SummerSlam. Like, that's another big one for me. But, yeah, I don't know. Io is a good long shot for me. But if not, if you want to do an upset, I go JC Jane. How about you guys?
I think it would work. I think, and Michael, I have been an Io fan forever.
Mae Young Classic, even in Japan, Stardom, yep.
Telling you, like, I remember, when she was burst on the scene in NXT, I'm telling you, like, dude, there's something special about this one.
Even the Lucha Underground appearance was sweet.
Yeah. I'm like, I think she's gonna. I think the storyline we're gonna get, she's gonna win the Queen of the Ring, and then she's gonna face Rhea at SummerSlam. One of them is gonna turn. I think it's gonna be Rhea.
Okay, I like that.
Because Rio
implodes.
Yeah, Io's personality, you can't not like her.
She's such a likable human being.
Like, you can see what Naruku saw.
Evil.
I remember a video a couple years ago. Is some of the female talent at the time going on natural, like no makeup, no nothing, and just Io's personality. Like, she was still in NXT, she wasn't here very long, and hearing everybody talk and just seeing her be vulnerable about, how she didn't think she was that beautiful or that pretty. She didn't see that. And I saw that. I thought it takes a lot of guts for somebody, regardless of gender. It takes a lot for someone to be vulnerable like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And the fact that she was, it's just like, I like her. Like, I think when it's all said and done, she's going to be one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time.
I agree. I think with someone her stature and her presence, she has that it factor that really resonates with a lot of great people, especially within the audience. And Paul, who do you think is going to win this Queen of the Ring with your brackets?
I would like, what the one thing is that I would love to see. I want to see Chelsea Green versus Io Sky. Now, here's the thing. Is that I know that they never really did a match in Lucha Underground, which I think we were very much deprived of.
Yes.
I know both women have gotten their asses beat by Penta.
Yep.
Which, again, go back and watch. If you've never watched it before, go back and watch Settle Metal. But I just feel like I would love for them to run it back to those two characters that they had in Lucha Underground and just go out there and beat the holy hell out of each other. I know we won't get it.
No.
But just imagine the possibility of getting it.
I agree, man.
Chelsea can go. Like, people, you don't understand. Chelsea is incredible. And she can go with some of the best.
I mean, Mia Yim, we saw her TNA run against Ali. We've seen her go against everybody now. Such an amazing talent at that. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see who wins on the Queen's side. My likely bets are Io and maybe JC Jane. Now, for the men's side, as we saw tonight, Obafemi beat Penta, Solo Sikoa, and Carmelo Hayes. He has advanced, and he said, Brock Lesnar, it's 1-1, like you said, and down the line, we will see each other again. All right, we'll just go to this first and foremost. Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi at Clash in Italy. Look, it wasn't a squash. Oba got 7 F5s and dealt with the Kimura. Brock Lesnar got the upper hand, and he knew how he was going to strategize and go in there. Do I think this match should have happened? No. Do I think Oba should have lost? No. I think it should have just been squash and then bye-bye again, Brock. But no, it looks like we're going to do this one more time, and I'm going to say probably SummerSlam. I don't know, man. I was happy to see Oba win this, but I don't see him winning the King of the Ring. Excuse me. What were your guys' thoughts of the King of the Ring and Oba versus Brock? And I'll start with you, Paul.
I'm not going to say it wasn't a good match because, again, I go back to what I had previously said when they had their WrestleMania match. It's probably going to be about less than 10 minutes. They're going to beat the shit out of each other. It's either you have 2-on-2 matches. It's either you have the short one, everybody does their greatest hits.
Yep.
They beat the holy hell out of each other, but anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes. Boom, we're gone. Or you can drown this out. Everybody kind of get like their greatest hits. Everybody, but kind of drown it out to where people are excited. People are waiting for the hype. What we got was 2 short matches between both of them. Slobber knockers, according to JR. I'll use his quote and just say it was a slobber knocker. But they put so much effort into building Obafemi as being this dominant force, much like they did Brock Lesnar. And what did we get? We got this. And then he ended up losing. Why? Why did he end up losing? Why could you not just have a nice long streak, him win King of the Ring, do what Brock did, and then beat Roman for the title at SummerSlam? You could have just as easily did that and made it work.
Equated to how Brock beat The Rock at SummerSlam 02. I agree wholeheartedly, but we can't have nice things. But I mean, I understand it in a way, but I'm also just like, whatever. They had him win tonight, and then whoever wins next week will face him. So whoever wins between Dom, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest faces Oba in the semifinals. Who do you think is going to?
Why do you want to?
This is true.
Why do you want to?
After all that, well, who do you think is going to win that?
I don't think it matters who the hell wins. I mean, even if it's Trick, oh my God, I feel bad for Trick. I really, really feel bad for Trick Williams. I feel bad for Damian Priest.
I feel bad for Braun Breaker, and especially
I feel bad for Braun Breaker, and I feel bad for what the hell? Who else?
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, again, I feel bad for all 4 of them to have to go in there and get their asses whooped by him.
And then
I think of the only one that I would like to see him have a good match with, and I think he can have a really good match with, is Damian Priest.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Gunther's not in the King of the Ring, is he?
No,
because we've already seen Braun Breaker and Obafemi.
Yes,
but I don't want to see it again.
Have we ever had Gunther? Wait, no, we did kind of have that. No, we didn't. Gunther versus Oba. I can't.
No,
I don't think we've ever had that. And to me,
never happened.
Like, I feel like that could work.
Okay. And who do you see winning on the other side? We have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tala Tonga, and Ricky Saints. And then in the other bracket, it's Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor.
I would love it if LA Knight,
Yep.
Do I think he's going to?
No.
Possibly. I think it's going to be one of 2 people.
Okay.
It's going to be LA Knight, or let me tell you something. It's going to be. I think it might be Seth freaking Rollins,
baby. You know what it is?
Oh,
too? Yes.
I just thought of something.
Go ahead.
What if Obafemi doesn't make it to King of the Ring?
You mean?
Wait a second. So because the finals would happen, and then you get the finals would happen on the same night that they would have to. Isn't everything the finals and then?
No. So
the finals is in Saudi Arabia, and then the match would be at SummerSlam. The winner gets it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Okay. So get this. If Oba gets to the final, Brock Lesnar comes in and beats him.
Yes.
Or what if we get Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar at King of the Ring? King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah. Or not. Yeah. The Night of Champions. Okay. All right.
Or Night of Champions, whatever the fuck it is.
I think to build
the only reason why I say that is because it would set up if he ends up coming out, disrupting everything, and say whoever wins in that bracket between Dom, Damian Priest, Braun Breaker, whoever wins there ends up advancing pretty much. Again, I'm just throwing scenarios out there, but it's something that we could all think about, right?
Well, I don't see Jey Uso taking it because they did that backstage thing on Raw tonight where it's like, hey, you've won this. Now you should win King of the Ring and go after Cody. Because, of course, Roman and Cody had to have that stare down after Clash in Italy, which, look, I don't want to see Roman and Cody part 3. I really don't. I'm sorry. I like the first 2. I like the story it told and how he finished the story, but just leave it at that. We don't have to go back to Roman and Cody 3. I don't want to see Cody versus Jey either because, no, I don't want to see Jey Uso back in the title picture ever again. It's one of those things, too, where, like, when in doubt, go back to the bloodline where we're starting to see we the twos, we the ones. We're starting to see 2022 bloodline all over again. We're doing the greatest hits, but Roman's like, hey, you're forcing my hand, but we're trying to be the good guys. And like we mentioned at the top of the hour here, we don't see Roman Reigns as the good guy. He's acting heelish. He's acting like a dick. He is not the good guy in this. The Usos are acting like dickheads again, bossing around Jacob Fatu, which Jacob Fatu did acknowledge Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. Did you like the acknowledgement ceremony with Jacob falling in line and Roman saying, remember, you won't understand this now, but I love you, which is practically the same thing he said to Jey back in 2020 when the bloodline started. So, your guys' go ahead.
Welcome to AI writing this shit.
2023 bloodline is or whatever year it was. He said the same thing to Solo. Solo said the same thing to Jacob. Like
2022, yeah, that's right.
Hold on. But there was something that he said. Oh, I got something for Solo tomorrow night.
Nothing happened.
What? Nothing happened.
We just saw Oba pin Solo in the Fatal 4-Way. Nothing. We got nothing for Solo.
I acknowledge the tribal chief as Solo Sikoa.
I don't know, man. Like,
I can't do that. My wife will kill me.
Look, I get it. Like Jacob Fatu being a part of this now, falling in line. Oh man, they're trying
help me understand this. I know we're gonna sit here at lengths with this, but I really don't want to. But I know we're going to.
Yeah,
let's throw this out there. Okay, so I go back to what I said about Roman and everything that happened. I don't think I go back to Jacob should have won.
Yes.
Everybody that lost, with the exception of Jade.
Yeah.
Everybody that lost. Well, no. And so, except for Jade, except for the women.
Except for Becky and Jade.
Except for Becky and Soul. Again, I think those matches were fine with me. I don't see Jade as being a main eventer. I'm sorry. I'll die on that hill. She just looks, again, beautiful, statuesque. She has the charisma. She has the beauty. She looks athletic. She just isn't athletic. Right. Not in a ring. Again, she could sit here and cry it till the cows come home. AEW was not your NXT because you didn't do anything in AEW aside from holding the title that you had for as long as you held it, and Tony let you fucking hold it,
and Tony treated you like Goldberg.
Exactly.
Bill Goldberg.
No, but she should have went to NXT, stayed there for about a year, gained some experience. And the thing that she could have done there is that they have house shows in NXT.
Yes, they do.
And that would benefit her so much being down there. And I still feel, I know she's on the main roster, but God, just to go down there, gain some experience for yourself, get some in-ring practice with everybody in the PC. Oh my God, that would do her so much good. That match with Rhea, if you looked, she's not a match manager.
No, it was Rhea calling a lot of those spots.
And it was Rhea calling those, and then she's just like, but and then all of a sudden it's like you see her pick her up and she's just like, oh well, how do I do, what do I do here? What do I do here? And it looked like she was like a deer in headlights. What do I do?
Oh, I guess I'm going to do a Blue Thunder Bomb now. Like, that's what it was. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go Blue Thunder Bomb. Yeah, no, the match was fine. You could tell who was leading it, but also you had BFAB and Michin come in, and then Charlotte was getting revenge for Alexa. So I know I'm not a fan of the baddies, and then she had to put her foot on the rope.
I don't mind the baddies, and I really, really don't mind the baddies. It's just that she is not a main eventer. No. You could polish a turd. Guess what? It's still a fucking turd.
Exactly. And I mean, Sol Ruka beating Becky made sense so she could prove herself, and that can perfect. They could do Becky Lynch and Jessica Carr at some point. I would love that because Jessica
SummerSlam.
Hey,
wait.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to say it, but Jade should not be in that spot. And I like Jade. I do. Hearing her background, I like her. She's cool people. But I think Michin, Mia Yim, she's far and above the most talented person in that group.
Oh, agreed. I mean, BFAB's trying, but BFAB ain't there yet.
Exactly. She will.
That's another person that she's like. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry, my bad.
Having said that, I would love to see Mia Yim as a world champion or, WWE women's champion, whatever. Here's an idea. Have her win Money in the Bank.
That would be fire. I mean, they had something with her and Chelsea Green with the Women's United States title, but they went nowhere with that. And I mean, it looks like they're setting up not only Rhea and JC, but Blake Monroe's coming for Rhea. So they were going to set up Rhea and Blake Monroe. I don't know, man. It's just there's so many different ways that they could go with it. I know a lot of people were not too thrilled with Cody and Gunther. I mean, Cody and Gunther was fine for what it was. They traded the sleeper holds and the crossroads and the Cody cutters and whatnot. But the finish being his foot was under the rope. And that starts the controversy of Cody versus Gunther in the rematch. I felt we could have had a little more to that. I'm right there with you. I felt we could have had a little bit more to that. That's what it was. It just felt very meh to me. Not one of their strongest performances. I hear it.
To be honest, if people thought there was going to be a title change,
Sol was the one I picked.
I'm just saying, though, for this one, you were kidding yourself. Like, no. You'll get the smaller titles, your tags, your US, your Intercontinental, and the corresponding women's titles, possibly. But the big two, meaning the World Heavyweight and the WWE title, they're not going to change hands till SummerSlam. I mean, Mike, didn't I say on our last show where we did the predictions, didn't I pick Roman?
Well, yeah, I think we all picked Roman just for the fact that the story was Roman had to do it on his own because this is like the first tribal combat where no one interfered. And I mean, Jacob Fatu, give him credit for what he was dealing with his back. Like he managed to put out a decent performance and he was able to manage with what he worked with. But you knew it was happening. You knew he was going to fall in line and they were going to feel empowered. So there was a story to every match. But again, it's watching this show from when we did to our time, Dan, 11 a.m. from Mr. Paul Morales here. It felt like a glorified house show. It was WrestleMania Backlash Part 2. I think you guys called it Crap in Italy. I believe that was you, Paul, on that one. Just so I'm giving you the correct credit. Crap in Italy.
I just called it the bullshit.
The bullshit.
Look, okay, so Cody should have won, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it should have. I honestly think that it should have been like a disqualification.
Okay.
And Gunther should have won.
Yeah, Shama's finish.
Okay, Shama's finish. Okay, we can go with that one. We can go with I still feel like Jacob should have won. I know you're not. I know where you guys stood at. I know you guys said Roman, but just in my mind, and if this is a way of, because we don't need this bloodline. We don't need this whole 2.0, 3.0, or whatever the fuck it is now.
It's
whatever point it is. Why? Oh, and my other gripe.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we get this fucking Jey Uso as the fucking as the world heavyweight champion?
I know. He's going back to this. You better
the right hand man. Remember, he said, "I need the right hand man. I need you to be the right hand man. I need you to go out there." Remember, Jimmy kept telling him, "I need you to go out there and be the right hand man, Jay."
Yeah.
You're facing Gunther. This man is stone cold. This man is cold, with what he does and blah, blah, blah.
He's a killer.
So on and so forth. He's a killer, yeah. And we didn't get it.
Now he is.
Now all of a sudden, now you're
The right hand.
you're the right hand man. All of a sudden,
And he's
get the
bowing
fuck
up
out
to
of here with
Jacob.
that bullshit.
Well, that was the thing too. Like he's bowing up to Jacob, and he's like, "Jay, I don't have to acknowledge you with your punk ass." Like I don't blame Jacob going after that. Exactly. Now you want to get all bowed up and stick your chest out at me?
I just think that Jacob's going to be the one to cost Roman the title.
I think so. Too.
That's just me, and I think he's really going to beat the shit out of Jay, and he's going to beat the shit out of Jimmy. And when Roman needs his bloodline, they're nowhere going to be found because Jacob's just going to be standing there like, what? You need something?
Yep.
Maybe you have Jacob win Money in the Bank
and go after Roman that way. Okay.
Well, I don't know if he wins, but that would be if he wins SummerSlam.
True.
But then again, the winner also gets to choose which champion they want to go after, or I guess whatever brand that they're on. So, if it's Oba, imagine Oba versus. No, we're not going to get it. No, I'm just thinking about it. No, because it's gonna be him and Brock at SummerSlam. So
yeah. Woo.
It's just fucking sad. We keep getting this over and over and over again. Like
they're trying to make them like baby faces, but it's like no, like they were baby faces the first time, but they were like cool baby faces with like a heel edge. This is just like y'all are just dickheads now. Like y'all are just dickheads. It just
I know. Okay, so go back to what I was trying to get at. Okay, so what was the opening match was Cody and Gunther, and I already said that Gunther should have won or at least had a disqualification. Rhea and Jade, obviously, I said Rhea should have won because Jade don't look like a main eventer. We got Oba versus Brock, and obviously Oba should have won. I don't give a shit how you want to do it. I think Oba should have won, and
they tried to tell the story, and I get the story, but still, it shouldn't have gone the way it went. I would have rather had Oba win too.
Well, and you had Soul versus Becky. Obviously, Soul should have won, or Soul did win. So,
and Roman and Jacob.
And then Roman and Jacob, in which case I think this is probably the shittiest
tribal combat match of the three.
You're talking about almost an hour. What did I count it at? Just under an hour and 15 minutes of ads and bullshit.
Yeah, hour and like 20 minutes of ads and bullshit. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like bell to bell, it was like nonsense. So not to mention that fucking Roman takes fucking 8 years like the Undertaker to get to the damn ring.
And then he had the pyro, and then they started the bout. Yeah. Look, we don't hinder on the wrestling. We don't, but it's just the fact that
we definitely don't hinder on the gender.
That is true. Shout out to the doctor on that one. Hi, Amir. The thing too is, guys, it's just these ads, and I mean, we understand it, but it doesn't mean that we like it. I mean, again, Riyadh season, Paul's epic rant. Fuck Riyadh season, but
fuck Riyadh season.
Thank you, Paul. All these things too, like come with it. It's just like we're tired of these ads. We're tired of the bullshit. We are tired of TKO.
I don't ever want to hear anybody bitch and complain about AEW and how their matches flow. I don't ever want to hear anything. We had one fucking ad, and it was a funny, hilarious ad in the middle of the thing. And I think it was a shot at WWE why they did it. And it was on the fucking pre-show. So you can't say that it was during the main event part of the thing. It was on the fucking pre-show or a 0 hour.
Well,
but it was hilarious.
Did you like the Miz and all of them and Danhausen do it? Why is that? Because did you know that Scary Movie is out on Friday?
I honestly can't wait for that. This one actually looks really good.
Yes,
this one looks like one of the better ones that they've had in at least since 4. I thought 4 was really, really good. 5 was okay.
Yeah,
but it's making me want to go back and watch all of them all over again.
To me, you're not going to top the first 2.
No, the first 2 are amazing. Scary Movie 3, that one was good too, and it's on.
Yeah,
the first 2 are iconic.
Iconic.
Which where the hell have they been?
They're on TNA, but they're not TNA. I'm sorry, they're on AEW now. They're on Ring of Honor. They're on Ring of Honor, Daniel.
They're over there with Dave Honor.
So, with that being said, we have those two in Ring of Honor. And I mean, the other thing that I do have to mention, and I'll even say this as well within the WWE auspices, like, we talk about the ads, all that. We had Santina Morella in the crowd, which I thought was great. Like, Milan Miracle, that was
She
fun.
popped number, I don't know.
1, 2. But that was the thing, too, is the fact that you had the Milan Miracle be there, and it made complete sense, and it was awesome. That was
it was nice to see him. I really, really admit it was nice to see him there.
Yeah.
And and at least they acknowledged the fact that he came in, he beat Umaga.
Yes.
And didn't say someone we couldn't see came to the ring and helped him out, but hey.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah, it was Bobby Lashley. I thought it was John Cena for some apparent reason. No, it was Bobby Lashley. So yeah. At least he got help.
We help people. We hurt people. Man, it's one of those things.
The help
too.
syndicate. The help business.
We said this last time, and we love what we do, and we're very passionate wrestling fans. But damn it, we are. It's very hard to be a WWE fan sometimes, especially during the current product and its climate. It really is. Like with Raw, and we'll get to the main event here, but the other thing I did have to mention is we did see the further ongoings of Maxine Dupree not being happy that she's not in the Queen of the Ring, and then Otis and Tozawa are like, hey, we saw you hanging out with Theory. He's bad news. What are you doing? And Maxine's like, you're just going to have to trust me, and she walked away. Are you looking forward to that Maxine Dupree heel turn, boy? Oh, boy. Woo!
Is she going to be a Paul Heyman girl?
Paul Heyman girl, hey.
And we all know who's been wanting to be the Paul Heyman girl, but
yeah, we ain't gonna get Jordan Grace. We ain't gonna get Jordan Grace. And poor Jordan Grace is another one. She faces
another one who's not in that fucking tournament again. Why are we getting Jade in this fucking thing who can't fucking wrestle? I'm sorry, I'm gonna die on that hill.
Oh damn. Okay.
I'm gonna die on that fucking hill. I'm sorry, this girl cannot fucking wrestle. Yes, she can hit certain moves every now and then, and if Rhea or Charlotte or somebody's in fucking place, yeah, she can hit a fucking pump kick. Yeah, she could hit certain moves. Fine, dandy, cool. My 5-year-old nephew could fucking do that shit too, and he's not a wrestler, by the way. Just as a side note, I don't have a 5-year-old nephew, but that was just good theatrics.
That was good emphasis. I will say that, Paul. That was good theatrics.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, the only thing that was really good on Raw was Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, which featured Paul Heyman taking a spear through the barricade, and then
that was nasty.
That was nasty as hell. They worked their ass off.
Being Paul Heyman, give him a bonus.
Yes. They worked their asses off. I did like the Bill Goldberg spot where Seth put the title right here and he speared his head face for. I felt like I was watching Goldberg and Brett. That was fun. And then the curve stop for the win.
Shout out to Montez Ford.
Montez Ford with that dive was sweet, and that taking that spear. But yeah, they're progressing more with that with the Street Profits, and Seth and Montez on the same page. But yeah, that was the best thing on
the revolutionary.
The revolution.
This is the revolutionary part of Seth Rollins.
Yes, very true. I mean, you guys can agree that was the best thing. That match was really good. Like Braun Breaker, now he is one half of the tag team champions, as we saw on Raw, because of Logan Paul had tearing his triceps. So he now has a belt.
Woo. You know who else has a belt?
Who?
Dan.
That is true. He does have a belt.
Yeah. I'm fucking over it.
Yeah, it
makes no sense for him. Like
what? For Braun to be the tag champ?
Yes.
Oh, Freebird rule, brother.
You know, because everybody else is fucking injured.
Yeah,
and they're obviously not bringing anybody else in, which I think Mr. A-Town Down, down under ain't fucking doing shit. So you may as well fucking bring them in.
Can we bring in Grayson Waller, please?
Exactly. Okay. Again, somebody else that can come in and take that spot, take that title, and be like, you're part of the vision, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
You have a tag team in the fucking in there. which Logan Paul doesn't need to be there, obviously, because now he ain't gonna be there for a little while with his triceps fucking being busted.
Paul.
So
Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul?
yeah, fire Logan Paul. You know what? Just like Joe Hendry probably should. Again, another face that isn't in this fucking tournament.
Because they're selling his injury to the fish. Yeah, whatever. Ugh. It's a sad state of affairs where we're just like about wrestling. In my 20
the fact is that you can't make this shit up, but yet you're making this shit up.
No, it's like you can't make it up, but you're making it up because it's very frustrating when you're watching a product and you just feel very meh watching it. You're just kind of, there's no emotion, there's no feeling. You're kind of just like, apathetic to it.
But what gave us the emotions and what gave us the feels this weekend, Mr. Michael Larkin?
All right, we will get into that next, since this is the one that we really, really, really want to talk about. AAA Noche de los Grandes was the first week. 4 amazing matches, and I'm going to say this. You have Rey Fénix beat Laredo Kid in an absolute fantastic high-octane aerial assault match for the Cruiserweight title. We can have Rey Fénix win the Cruiserweight title in Mexico, but he's friggin' there for the gingerbread man's funeral and not doing a damn thing on SmackDown. How is that?
Make sense.
Make that make sense. He's the Cruiserweight champion in AAA, and he's not doing a damn thing on SmackDown. No.
Yeah, Dan, what was he doing? He was just there.
He was just
catering.
Catering. But I thought the representation...
He was eating well.
Yeah, but the thing, too, is, and I said this to you guys, I think because you see Paul Levesque as an executive producer of that, and Taker's great at booking. When Triple H is not under the TKO umbrella, he's fantastic. And you let him have the reins like with AAA, he's great. Main roster, not so much. Not so much.
Thank God he's not doing anything in AAA.
No, not at all. Thank God TKO does not care about NXT or AAA. Because, oh, man, we'd be fucked. And it was so good, like, to see the War Raiders win the tag titles against Pagano and Psycho Clown. Like, because the last time you saw the War Raiders on the main roster, they got mollywopped by Oba. And as much as I understood why they did that, but the War Raiders have been treated like J-Brones. Like, ever since they lost the tag titles to the New Day, like, nothing at that time. And now they have a spot in AAA. Did you like the War Raiders winning the AAA tag titles, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Does it make sense to have them as a big part of that division, much like when they were the Ring of Honor tag champs and when they were the New Japan tag champs? It just adds another notch to it.
But what you don't know is Pagano and Psycho Clown actually have beef. They have legit beef, and they've had a feud before, way before the WWE era of AAA. But just understand that is long-term storytelling, in which case I am so glad that Mark acknowledges that, and he sees it and he knows about it, because it's well known. You can go back into the archives of AAA and see it. So look, I'm just telling you something to educate you guys. So guess what? This is actually something that's happened before between the two. So nothing new.
No, I'm glad.
But I think it's a good time for them. I really, really do.
And I mean, with like going back to Rey Fénix for a second, it's like with Rey Fénix, like just keep him in AAA. If you're not going to do dick with him on SmackDown, just keep him over there and like do the cruiserweight stuff. Like Laredo Kid, bring back Javon Evans for one of them. Do something. I mean, you have little Vikingo Jr. You have all these people, like amazing talents. You could do something with Rey there. Rey can be a huge staple there. Just keep him in AAA. If you're not going to do with anybody, just keep him in AAA or put him back in NXT for all I care. Because NXT has a great roster they can work with. Natty's in friggin' NXT doing her thing with Jada Parker like she wanted to. So you have Natty in there now. So you have a lot of options.
You got options.
And Dan, do you want to comment on Rey Fénix before we go to one of the big ones?
That match was fun.
It was. It was fantastic. Like, you have everything and anything. And I got to tell you something. They found something with Omos, because we did have Vikingo and Dr. Wagner Jr. for the Latin American Championship, which Vikingo won thanks to Omos and just Omos being Omos. those two have great chemistry. And like I said, everything from top to bottom on this card showcases the Lucha Libre form. I felt like I was watching Lucha Underground. I felt like I was watching old school AAA mixed with the new blend. And I think it's fantastic. What did you guys think of Dr. Wagner Jr. and Vikingo and the interference of Omos?
Another great one. I almost kind of feel like they're going to eventually set up for Omos and Vikingo at some point.
Like the Shawn Diesel type of vibe?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think? Oh, go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a great match. Like you said, top to bottom, just a fantastic show, which by and large the AAA shows have been. I know, I remember at Mania 41, and it got announced that WWE had bought AAA.
Yeah.
A lot of folks were worried. They're like, how is this going to go? Like, are you basically going to be turning this into another NXT, or what are you doing?
Right.
I don't think we have to worry about that now.
Not at all. I think this is their own entity and their own brand. That's wonderful. Go ahead. What's up, Paul?
Oh, no, I was going to say, like, yeah, the whole entire, just that match, you know what? It's pretty entertaining that you go from the first two matches of the night, just blew everybody away.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want. You want a fiery start to, especially this card. You know, especially what became the main event of the thing. And mind you, it wasn't for a title. It was just mask versus mask. And that's what made it entertaining. And you could tell by the crowd, that's what they wanted.
What does this?
My God. What was the running time on this match? 40 minutes?
It was 33 minutes and 22 seconds.
Fuck. And they made the most of every fucking minute.
My thing, too, is to add to your point, what does it tell you on tonight's edition of Raw when they replay the whole thing on Netflix? Like, what does that tell you? Because everybody's talking about it so much that they replayed it on Netflix. That's how good this was. Dave Meltzer actually complimented it. When Dave Meltzer actually compliments it, you know.
Grandpa Dave?
Grandpa Dave loved it. Yeah, he complimented. He loved it. He did.
I want a recount.
I want to recount. See, Uncle Dave can say something nice, even though he's the biggest chode in the history of chodes.
Yeah, he's a chode.
He's a fucking chode. But this match was not a chode. Look, what Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser have been able to do to get El Grande Americano a gimmick.
Wait. We don't know if that's actually Ludwig Kaiser. We don't know. He's still in catering, isn't he?
Chad Gable is not anymore. So, look, what they did, the story that they told was absolutely amazing. The guitar shot right out of the gate. The fact that I got to tell you, I pop for Pimpinella. Pimpinella just coming out and the friggin' Miri attacking friggin' El Grande with the guitar. The Pimpinella interference got me.
But it made sense. Everything that happened in that match made sense.
What was the comedian's name that got back?
What was the comedian's name? Ojitos, right? He couldn't see, right? Because he's blind. Yeah, I think his name is Ojitos, if I'm not mistaken.
That was great. It made, again, like you mentioned, everything was superb.
My wife's like, I can't remember his name. She's like, sure.
So
she's just like, yeah.
But that's the thing, too. It's like you have such a great attention to detail, like you mentioned what Mark Calloway's doing. And the fact that you had Andrea come out towards the end. You know what it reminded me of? All right, well, we'll give this comparison. It reminded me of when Mil Muertes was taking on Phoenix in the casket match in Lucha Underground, and friggin' poor Melissa Santos was just like, no, because she was like, watching her poor man that she was interested in, Ray Phoenix. It reminded me of that.
My God, I can't believe you threw it back to that one.
I threw it back, damn it. I threw it back to Ray Phoenix and Mil Muertes and Melissa Santos.
Oh. That was a good moment, though, because it did feel like that. But what I can tell you about this, just those moments that happened in the match itself, it felt like a novela, pretty much like a soap opera being told in the middle of the ring, which is exactly what Lucha Libre is. Lucha Libre is pretty much, I'm telling you a story in the ring, but being dramatic about it. And that's exactly what happened throughout this whole entire match. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
And kudos to the
5 stars. No, fuck it. 10 stars.
And shout out to the
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Shout out to the
Fuck
Credo.
Dave Meltzer and fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Shout out to the Credo brothers and Ryo and Bravo. Friggin' Bravo doing that dive. Oh, that was sweet.
Man, whatever happened to the Creed brothers, man?
I never happened. No, you know, the Credo.
And Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, man, whatever happened to those? Man, see, those are the guys that need to be a tag team, you know.
Yeah,
out in the main roster, man. I miss them.
I miss them too. But I got to tell you, the right Grande Americano went over, and I got to tell you something.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I got an idea.
All right, hit me.
I guarantee this is going to blow, you know, FTR versus the Briscoes out of the water. Here's what you do. Okay. Ryo and Bravo versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
Stop it. So
probably that wouldn't be the best tag team match of all time.
For the love of God. So, I will say this. We did also
Don't
have
judge me, Michael Chuck.
Whatever. Daniel. Damn Daniel. So what I do have to say about this is both men were busted. Poor Chad Gable. Oh, the speech that he gave. Yeah, Chad. Oh, God, don't even remind me of that one. Chad friggin' was busted open. The blood just spewing out his head. His family's there. Oh, man, it got me right here. And the friggin' speech that he gave, learning the Lucha culture and everything and giving him the mask, you're the real El Grande now, and then walking away. The whole moment was beautiful. El Grande kissing Andrea, the friggin' pyro and just the confetti and everything. It was a fantastic story told within a 33-minute time stamp, and it was fantastic. Daniel, I'll let you comment now. Your thoughts on the speech afterward with Chad Gable. It's Chad Gable, JBL. Oh, my God, it's Chad Gable.
I had no idea.
Oh, my God, it's Chad Gable.
You know, this just goes to show what I've been saying for ages. Michael, you can attest to this. I've said it to you.
Yep.
The person who El Grande Americano allegedly is, that person, Michael, you know how long I have been saying that person has so much freaking talent.
Yes.
And was so incredibly talented. Have some faith in this person. Who is definitely not Ludwig Kaiser.
It's not.
You have to admit one thing, and that is he literally learned the language. Yep. I don't know if this was on a fly. I don't know if he had already known Spanish at any point in time, but I know he is European, and I know you learn different languages over in Europe as opposed to learning them here because it's a requirement over there. So again, I don't know if he had already had some sort of education in Spanish, but man, we could all agree that he went out there, not only played the part, but spoke the language and learned it so quickly that they loved him. They've literally adopted him. I get Chad Gable going out and taking the El Grande Americano persona, and now that we know who he was, and then getting injured, and everything happening the way it was. I'm sorry, but if it would have continued, it wouldn't have been as good as what this El Grande Americano is doing. And that's the truth. That is the wholehearted truth. And you guys know it as well as I do. But the best thing that came out of this is that the love they gave to Chad Gable after he unmasked.
That standing ovation, yes.
That crowd, and you can hear it, and I saw people crying. It was beautiful and it was well done. So kudos to that crowd, and kudos to Chad going out there and being the amazing talent that he is, that we all know he is. 13 years of wrestling, and man.
And Paul, since you grew up and you know that Lucha culture, how important is that moment? Because I know they don't do mask versus mask matches all that often.
No. but it's because you have to remember that in the culture, wearing a mask means it's something that's passed down from one person to another. You know, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., his dad, you know, Dr. Wagner Sr., you know, he was the exact same thing, like, or he's junior. But the fact is that he went out there and, you know, he dons the mask of his dad. He donned, much like Rey Mysterio donned it from not only his uncles and then, you know, that of his family. The disrespect that happened in WCW when they made him unmask himself.
Yep.
You know, that was disrespectful, but it's far few and in between when it happens. But when it does happen, it means something. It's a meaningful thing. So it's for the culture, it's huge because that's what we know. So La Parca, we know how many versions of La Parca there are. But hey, it's for the culture, it means so much. So like I said, for him to do that, for him to hand it now, the best part is that they actually went along with the tradition, which is you take off the mask, you hand it to your opponent.
Yep.
And that's the tradition. That's part of the tradition. So kudos to them.
I did enjoy the fact that he said he will be back in AAA again. So I cannot wait to see what he does when he does come back. And when Chad gets to the
Chad Gable.
Yes. And when Chad Gable gets back to the main roster, push that man, please. Please.
Oh, push him to the fucking moon.
After
I don't want a fucking United States title. I don't want him to fucking have the IC title, because if you're not going to fucking do anything with him, send him back to fucking AAA, because over there, he's over.
Yes, I agree. They have so many opportunities and options. You have to make the most of them. And if you guys, yes,
cut him, Tony Khan will sign him up in a fucking heartbeat.
Absolutely will.
Ooh, even better. If he doesn't go there, TNA is looking for more. TNA needs more fucking bodies, and that would be a good place for him to be a world champion.
Yeah, if they don't start him X Division, I'd put him for the world title too.
Absolutely. No, just world title. I don't want him to do the X Division. I want him to, if eventually, yes, if that's what he wants to do. But man, TNA would be the fucking best place for him. Because I love the idea of him going to AEW, but really what it is that there is so many stars that are there. Again, shuffle, lost.
Agreed, man. And I will say this: if you guys have not checked out Noche de los Grandes, please go out of your way and do it. We'll actually put the link in the description to the show below this. And next week, we will be covering week 2, which features the 6-woman tag of Bailey, La Catalina, and Lola Vice against Los Toxigas, Flamer, La Hedra, and Maravilla, and Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde.
I'm not drooling. I'm not drooling at that match whatsoever.
Grab them cakes, Paul Morales.
Dan and I will be there with popcorn.
We got Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Lince Dorado, Mini Vikingo, and Octagon Jr. in a fatal 5-way match. Man, we have a great week of AAA next week. And before we close this out, one other thing I have to mention, since I did mention Dave Meltzer, we're not going to play anything. We're just going to talk about a report he did mention. So I have been teasing it. I have been saying it. They have to go this route, and it looks like I'm going to be right, unfortunately. It looks like there is talks of Cope and Christian Cage versus FTR versus the Young Bucks in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for All In Wembley. I really don't want to see that, just because of how – and you can't replicate and duplicate what we saw with Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys from 26 years ago. I kind of don't want to see that, guys. I kind of don't.
At their age, I really, really don't want to see it, but I get it for – FTR and the Young Bucks, because for them this is the tag team that they grew up watching.
True.
This was by far one of the best tag teams, obviously, of all time.
Agreed.
So for them to get in the ring with them and have this moment, I give it to them. I don't mind it.
Yeah, for the nostalgia factor, yeah.
Please don't get me don't get Cope fucking doing a spear off of the fucking ladder.
Like you did with Jeff Hardy in WrestleMania 17.
I don't want that. No, please don't do that. But if you want to let the Bucks and the fucking FTR do that, hey,
go nuts.
Go for it.
Dan, do you want to comment on that rumored match for All In?
Please don't. Please don't. Like, why the hell?
Imagine the New Era show up.
The New Era! I like that. The New Era.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, what? Oh my God.
Tony's on the nostalgia kick.
It's not a new era. Yes, it is.
I would say to Cope, it's not worth it.
I feel you.
Because think about it. If he's one wrong landing
from that with his neck again, yeah. But I will say this.
If it's a rumor, let it be a rumor. I don't want it to happen. I mean, I don't want. I want it to be a different team. Just if I'm gonna get Edge or fucking Cope. If I'm gonna get Adam and fucking Christian to drop those titles before then, and you want to do an all-in, fatal, three-way, and then not announce who the third team is, and then all of a sudden you get the New Era to come out. It's a new era. Yes, it is.
I like that. I'm going to start saying that now. Oh, you got me hooked on that. Well, their first feud is going to be with the Dogs. So, hey, whatever. We got Cope and Christian against the Dogs. And as we bark on like our dogs, get at me, dog. You can get at us each and every week on the RWT podcast. Rest in peace, DMX. We hope you enjoyed this show. Not a lot to really discuss on the WWE side. Very mixed emotions there. More for AAA. Go out of your way and watch that amazing match and watch that amazing show. Link will be in the description. And next week,
I do got one. Go watch MLW Fusion, the first fucking episode this past Saturday.
You told me that was
pretty fucking good.
I'll have to go back and watch that. I haven't watched that yet because I was watching.
See, that's why we're not talking about it, so you can go back and go watch it. So when we do this again next week, at least you'll be 2 episodes in. So don't forget to watch it on Saturday after you watch or before you watch fucking AAA.
All right. Now you're telling me now they just brought this fusion back, right? Dan, did you see it?
Yes.
Is it that good, guys? Really that good?
No, it's horrible. You don't want to watch it.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Is Killer Cross on it?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I have to take a look at this. How long is the show anyway?
So is Shotzi, 2 hours, about an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at this next week. I got you. So.
Look, you can watch it in segments, but I bet you anything if I'm telling you to watch it in segments, you ain't gonna watch it in segments because you're gonna watch it all the way through and you're gonna be like, why is this so much better than WWE?
MLW, again, we have so many alternatives, but I will definitely be caught up 2 episodes in for MLW Fusion. I will also say go out of your way and watch anything right now. I wouldn't say that's not WWE, but you do have alternatives if you're not feeling this product right now. Like we aren't really, but we'll be back next week for more of these shows. I love doing it with you guys too, even when it's the good, the bad, and the oogle. I'm not even saying ugly oogle. We always have fun and it's a great time. So for my boys here, Daniel, where can we follow you on the social media front? The floor is yours.
Links are going to be down below. Got some cool stuff in the pipeline. Stay tuned. Mike and I, we just did Uncaged. With Big Mo, where we discussed Bash at the Beach 2000.
You will never see that piece of shit again.
We're not talking about Mo.
Is it like the AWA show that you're never going to watch that one again?
No, he was actually more enjoyable to watch this one than the AWA one. He actually had a great nostalgia feel. He was all in his happy feelings. He legit thought we were going to watch AWA and that we were going to play a joke on him. It was hilarious. He really thought we were going to watch it. And I said, no, trust me, we're not. We wouldn't even put you through that because we had to watch it. We'll watch a better one for next season with Paul. That'll probably be the Chi-Town Rumble, which will be way better and always better than fucking AWA Super Clash.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So I will put links for Dan and the Pile Driver Pundit and the TSK down below. Paul, where can we follow you on the socials?
Of course, the Dead Man of RWT. But if you don't follow me there, you know what? You can hit me up on my Twitter. In which case, if you go in my bio, my link tree is there. In which case, that'll take you to all of my social medias, including the RWT podcast, which is on Instagram, and the official RWT podcast, which is actually on Instagram, and the other one is the RWT podcast on Twitter. In which case, all the links for everything will be down below. Also, my personal Instagram account, which again, and I also just reopened my my TikTok, even though I wasn't going to. I know I said I wasn't going to. I know I said I was going to get off of it, but welcome back to me and the Dead Man of RWT. Of course, you can find me there, which is also my TikTok, which is also in the link below. Mr. Michael Larkin, my brother from another mother. Besides Pornhub and X Hamster, where else can we find you?
Well, besides those two sites, you can check me out on YouTube, S&M Network Shows, which features the RWT podcast, Uncaged, Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling, the Stephen Mike Show, Pop Culture, the LFC podcast, The Takedown, the newest show with my boy Roy Costin, where you could also check out on WFJAFM.com/podcasts, LFCfights.com, and StephenMikeShow.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at SMShow1 or MCL92, and Larkin_92 and MLarkinMB on the Instagram front. Guys, thank you so much for everything, from the likes, the comments, the subscribes, even to the chuckle fuck that Dan will never get over, and he hates with every fiber of his being as he points the finger like Uncle Sam.
Not to be fair, I just remembered it just now because you said something.
Hit me.
You brought it back up, Michael.
I did, I know. I'm sorry. But it is true. I love watching you get bowed up and wound up in your own right, because you call yourself an old man and, hey, you kids, get off my lawn. So with that being said, for Daniel,
Get off my lawn.
Get these hands. For Daniel Crimmins, for Paul Morales, my name is Mike Larkin. Thank you all for listening to the RWT podcast. It's tough to be a wrestling fan. It's hard out here for a pimp.
And fuck the Hulk Hogan.
And fuck the Hulk Hogan.